you might, come up against in life. And I think that if a guy treats you like a man and gives you the opportunity to prove that you are a man, I think we're going to play harder for him, and it's definitely worked so far.
Presents the CFL Game of the Week. Tonight's game brought to you by GMC Trucks, the trucks more people lean on. And by Diet 7-Up. It's cool to be clear. They call it the Dome of Doom. The Ottawa Rough Riders have won here only once in 8 tries, but a win tonight puts Ottawa in second place in the Eastern Division. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Vancouver. I'm Gord Miller. Ottawa and BC come into this game with identical 4-4 records, but their teams going in opposite directions. The BC Lions have lost 3 of their last 4 games. If they win tonight, they tie Edmonton for second place in the West. But if they lose, they'll find the Saskatchewan Roughriders nipping at their heels for the last playoff spot. In Ottawa, it is all positive. The Riders won 4-0 under Joe Farraghelli, and a win tonight ties them with Winnipeg for second in the East. For more on the game, let's hear from John Wells and Leif Pedersen.
All right, Gord, 2 well-matched football teams line up here at the stadium at BC Place tonight. I think we should look at a couple of linebackers who are going to have an impact on this football evening.
Well, John, a new face and a very familiar face tonight you're going to see. And first for the Ottawa Rough Riders, a young linebacker, Brian Bonner. He is a good one. There you see his numbers over the first 8 games. 8 sacks, 40 tackles. That is the leading tackler on the Ottawa Rough Rider defense. What I like about him is his aggressive style of play on a defense that has become very aggressive. He fits the mold perfectly.
And Bruce Holmes is back from the National Football League. He's a former Ottawa Rough Rider who's wearing Lions colors tonight for the second time.
Nice to see him back in the league. And really for the BC Lion defense, they needed some experience, and he will lend that at the linebacking spot. Last year, 127 tackles. Led the CFL, and what I like about him is his range and speed. He can cover that entire 65-yard width of this field, and also he has a real mean streak, and you'll see it tonight.
All right, 2 explosive teams get set to kick it off here at BC Place. Gord?
And one explosive receiver in the matchup. Ray Alexander goes up against Charles Gordon. Can the rookie contain the veteran? It's the matchup we'll keep an eye on all night for you. Coming up next, the easternmost team meets the westernmost. Under the dome at BC Place. Back with a kickoff in just a moment.
Win in a row, the BC Lions look to rebound after losing 3 of their last 4 games. Joe Farraghelli is set. A lot has been said and written about Papa Joe and his return to the Ottawa Rough Riders, but it's all positive, is it not?
It really is all positive, and I think on the other hand, Bob Obilovich has been all positive with the BC Lions. They've lost a few heartbreakers in overtime, but for the most part this year, they have played some pretty exciting football, and it should be a good one tonight.
Underway at BC Place. And on the return for the Lions, this is Lorenzo Graham. He's out to the 40-yard line. A 20-yard return after a 55-yard kickoff, and here comes Doug Flutie. An impressive passer so far, leading the CFL in virtually every passing category.
You know, it's impressive. You see 2,999 yards passing. Well, that's only in 8 games. Last year, in 16 games, he only had 2,960 yards. So already in 8 games, he surpassed his whole total from 1990. That is impressive.
And the Lions are first down, beginning at the 40, as Flutie goes to the far side for his favorite target, Ray Alexander. Francis was covering on Alexander, and it was almost a miracle. Nice shoes, Ray.
Halloween just around the corner.
Offensively for the Lions up front, there's one change with Clarkson moving to guard. Alexander and Trevathan are outside. Christensen and Clark inside. The runners are the exciting John Volpe and Chris Skinner. 2nd and 10 Lions. And it's intercepted. This is Scott Flagel on the return. And Flagel is tossed out by Trevathan, number 77. 11-yard return. somehow that seemed to just drift away from Doug Flutie.
The Ottawa Rough Riders really have a reputation as an aggressive defense so far this year. A lot of blitzing, and they really don't bring anybody that time, and I think they fooled Doug Flutie as Flagel is a safety free in the middle. He has no one specifically to cover. He just reads the eyes of Doug Flutie, and on the first series of the ball game, he is able to come up to the interception. It looks like he was trying to hit Ray Alexander, but what a play by Flagel early.
And on first down, Reggie Barnes carries for Ottawa, and he's near a first down. Damon Allen has improved immensely in the last 4 games in all his statistical categories.
Well, I think if you really wanted to get picky, you'd say, well, we'd like you to be throwing more touchdowns and interceptions, as that is not the case at this point in time throughout the year. But he struggled early, and under the relaxed atmosphere of Joe Farraghelli, he has felt a lot better about himself. He's playing with more confidence, and I think that is certainly evident in the last 4 games, which have all been wins.
Passing percentage is one area where Damon Allen has improved immensely. Now on 2nd and 1. Barnes gets the call, easily the first down, and he's inside the 30. Reggie Barnes stopped by Andrew Thomas near the 25. Up front for the Ottawa Rough Riders, no real changes from the start of the season with Smith, Ilrenko, the tackles, Climby at one outside receiver spot, and they're missing Stephon Jones this week, so Brown will play there. Inside it is Brock Smith and Gerald Wilcox, and the runners, Reggie Barnes and David Conrad. 15-yard gain, another first down for Ottawa, and Jock Climby makes the reception, and he'll have another Ottawa first down. So the Riders have moved quickly on the turnover.
What Ottawa tries to do is to send Brock Smith straight down the middle of the field and clear out that defense, and Jock Climby just kind of jogs off the line of scrimmage. Damon Allen picks out the coverage and sees that Norman Jefferson isn't up tight, and Jock Climby with a good move picks up a first down, and Damon Allen taking advantage of that Scott Flagel interception. He's got this team moving.
1st and 10 Ottawa. Now at the BC 14. Allen ran out of time, and there's the first big hit of the night, as Allen was cornered by Stuart Hill and Paul Wetmore.
This is really where the BC Lions have improved their defense this year. Notoriously a lack of a pass rush, and here good pressure from the outside. Paul Wetmore initially on the blitz, and when you're pressured back at your own goal line, Damon Allen can expect a few guys to be coming from that linebacking core of the BC Lions.
This has been a problem area for Ottawa all season, taking advantage and capitalizing inside the 25. Can Allen do it this time? No, he's too far, intending that for Gerald Wilcox. There is a marker down. Looks like the penalty will go against the Rough Riders. A procedure call is indicated by referee Ken Lazarick.
And as expected,
legal procedure, Ottawa, no end. Declined, 3rd down.
The blitz was coming, and O.J. Brigance, although he came on more or less a delayed blitz, he was able to get there just in time to force Damon Allen to throw the football before Wilcox had made his break. And so 2 plays in a row, the pressure has come on Damon Allen and caused him to stall on the drive.
So Terry Baker is in for a 21-yard field goal drive. Baker has been good on 22 of 29 so far, and he has his 23rd field goal of the season. The Ottawa Rough Riders have the lead. 3-0 Ottawa, leading BC in interception. Setting up the field goal drive for Ottawa. And the Riders got all the way down to the 14-yard line and then kind of messed up down there. Some interesting notes under Steve Goldman. 387 yards in the first 4 games. I should say points under Farraghelli, 435 in the last 4 games. That's 3rd in the CFL, up from 5th. So the difference is evident just about everywhere, but most importantly in the 4 straight victories to get to 4-4.
Well, I think the fact too that Damon Allen is relaxed, and in chatting with him yesterday, he said what has really helped him has been the play of Reggie Barnes. Reggie Barnes in the last few weeks has picked up his rushing totals, and when you're able to run the football, it's no secret it takes the pressure off the quarterback he doesn't feel like he has to do it all on his own. And if the running game is working, what a difference that can make for a team.
Baker's kickoff taken by John Volpe. Volpe lost the ball, and the Lions have recovered. A 19-yard return for John Volpe, who's lucky to get it back.
Well, the biggest problem the BC Lions have had this season is they've been getting off to just horrendous starts, and here very fortunate that they're able to recover on the fumble here. This could have been disastrous had Volpe not been able to recover his own fumble, but it seems like every game before you look, BC is down by 14 points. Now they only trail by 3, but they have to get off to a better start tonight.
That was the case again last week against the Argos, and the Lions lost that one. From the 35, 1st and 10. Flutie will throw near side, and another mix-up. Trevathan, number 77, was the closest Lion receiver to it.
Well, this is a defense that has gained a lot of respect throughout the league this year in 1991. There you see the front four. This is a good group at rushing the quarterback. The linebacking crew, Brian Bonner, having a tremendous season. And the secondary, well, I'll tell you how good they are. Teams are only completing 47% of their passes against them. They are much improved.
On 2nd and 10, Christensen couldn't bring it in. Coverage supplied by Daniel Hunter, so the Lions offense fizzles once more. 2 plays and they're out of there.
Well, it's interesting to see the Ottawa style. You know, they have been aggressive all season long, blitzing, it seems like, almost every down. And talked to Mike Roach, their linebacker coach, last night and said, can you afford to do that against the Doug Flutie? He says, we are not changing our style for anybody. And you saw tight coverage from those defensive backs. They plan to come up and play bump and run. And, well, you're taking some chances when you do that against Flutie. We'll see how that unfolds later on.
Lou Pasaglia, first kick of the night. This is Jock Climby on the return for the Rough Riders, and he was well covered. Leading the tacklers, Lorenzo Graham. So when we return, the Ottawa Rough Riders will be first down just outside the 45. Ottawa leads it 3-0 early.
The Ottawa Rough Riders are like a brand new team, and Damon Allen's like a new man since the arrival of Joe Ferraghelli. And Allen's old friend has really calmed the Ottawa quarterback down.
Well, I think one of the situations that he's really done for only myself and my team is that he really relaxed us and let us, go out there and have fun and do the things that we're all capable of doing on the football field. Is just go out there and play the game of football and not worried about making mistakes. And I think he really relaxed the situation and gave us a lot of encouragement and gave us a little bit of pride about going out and play.
Damon Allen's pass percentage completion rate has risen sharply in the last 4 games. He's up over 50% now, but he was down around 44 after 4 games. First down for Allen and the Ottawa Rough Riders. At the 47, Allen is buried once more. Stu Hill gets there for the 2nd time. 4th sack of the season for Stu Hill. That's his 2nd tonight.
Three-step drop, and Damon Allen wanted to get the football away quickly. Problem was nobody was open, and that allowed Stu Hill to get there. And Stu Hill, in addition, as a free agent this year, has made a big difference to their pass rush.
Allen goes deep. Eddie Brown has a touchdown. Just about perfect. 80 yards. Damon Allen to Eddie Brown. And the BC Lions are off to another slow start.
What a throw by Damon Allen as he picks out Eddie Brown deep downfield. Eddie Brown with a tremendous average per catch coming into tonight's game of almost 25 yards of reception. There you see he's supposed to be picked up by Ken Watson, number 3 in the rotated zone coverage. Watson makes a huge mistake and turns him loose, and this ball could not be thrown any better. Nice soft hands, and well, boy, Ottawa looks pretty sharp here in the first quarter.
They've scored in their first 2 possessions to lead it 9-0 as Terry Baker gets set for the extra points. And that's good. So it's a 10-0 advantage for the Ottawa Rough Riders on the BC Lions, who have turned it over once.
Coming on with this one. Go!
And the Lion offense has really been non-existent tonight. A turnover on the first sequence, and they gave it up and downs rather quickly on the second.
Okay, let's go back and just see how Eddie Brown got open so quickly. Here you see Chris Major out here. Well, he's going to take the short flat area. Kenny Watson's supposed to come back here deep, but he gets jammed up, and he just lets Eddie Brown go free. Damon Allen hits him. Let it roll, and it looks pretty easy, but a mistake by Ken Watson in the middle. He has deep outside coverage, and he gets caught right there. Oh, game over. Hey, it's a game of mistakes, isn't it?
And a perfect pass. 80-yard touchdown. He had to have that in the air for about 75 yards with a 15-yard drop. Lorenzo Graham for the BC Lions. They need field position, and a good return from Graham here would help out immensely. Stopped.
Well, it's not like they're uncharted waters here. The BC Lions are very used to playing catch-up football. It really means that you have to almost disregard the running game and start throwing the football. They trail by 10. And, of course, that's not what Obi likes. He likes to balanced attack.
So the Lions on 1st and 10 begin at the 37. This is John Volpe. And he's out across the 40-yard line, stopped by Scott Flegel.
John Volpe with the gain of 3 yards. Brokey with the tackle.
Gain is about 4 yards. Just out across the 40, the Lions trailing the Ottawa Rough Riders 10-0. Flutie may take off himself. Now he decides to throw. And finally finds John Volpe. Volpe gets a block, but he gets tackled almost immediately. Charles Gordon up to make the stop on John Volpe.
Boy, Ottawa's really playing some tough defense against the BC Lions, and it's their team speed that is really allowing them to do this. Brian Bonner comes on the blitz. Once again, a delayed style of blitz. Nobody picks him up, but it's his speed that keeps Flutie in the pocket, doesn't let him get to the outside. And, of course, when you play against a running quarterback, that's what you want. Don't let him get to the outside, and that is uppermost in their defensive plan for tonight.
Lupasanglia averaging 41.5 yards per punt. Was a little short of that on his first kick. This one a little better. Anthony Drawhorn, a former BC Lion, on the return for Ottawa, and he's to the 31 or maybe 32-yard line and stopped in his tracks. So a good start for the Ottawa Rough Riders on the road at BC Place. Ottawa leading 10-0 early in the first quarter.
Look out, Vancouver, don't get that ass.
Here's a guy who's had that game face all week. Anthony Drawhorn couldn't wait to face his former team. He wants to prove the BC Lions were wrong to let him go.
About playing against them, you know, I don't like the way the organization treated me. It's definitely a motivation thing for me, and I'll be out tonight to really set the pace, the tempo, and do a lot of crazy things out there. You know, I'm going to really excite the crowd tonight.
Well, there is a promise. I guess we'll hold him to it.
Well, he's been able to do it so far this season. You know, he was released, picked up by the Ottawa Rough Riders, and in 8 games, he's been able to come up with a couple of interceptions, 1 for a touchdown. He's had a sack from the secondary, so he's done a good job.
1st and 10, Ottawa. The Lions begin at the 31. And this is Reggie Barnes. Barnes slashes his way out across the 35 for a 5-yard gain.
Well, that's as good a front four as they've had in a number of years here in BC. Of course, Stu Hill coming over as a free agent. Gerald Bayless back after a year off. And Bruce Holmes making his second start in the middle for the BC Lion linebacking crew. The secondary, pretty good one. Chris Major with 4 interceptions on the outside. Norman Jefferson, but they have made 1 crucial mistake so far tonight, and it cost them a touchdown.
On 2nd and 5, Allen has a first down. As Conrad makes the catch, he was grabbed immediately but had the necessary yardage. Gain of 10, and the Ottawa Roughriders offense continues to be rather impressive, working against Bob Obilovich's defense. That's been the problem for the Lions on the defensive side of the ball. The other problem has been slow starts like this one tonight, trailing 10-0 already. Reggie Barnes, and Barnes is stopped by O.J. Brigance. Mark at a gain of 7. Joe Farragelli likes to get Barnes the ball 25 times a game.
Well, you can do that when you're up by 10-0 and you get off to good starts. That certainly can be a huge part of your game plan, to give it to Reggie. If you fall behind, of course, it changes things. But tonight, I think they'll be able to do that with the start that they've had.
On 2nd and 3, Damon Allen looked for Conrad, and he was covered by Paul Whitmore.
But I think a real sign of experience for Damon Allen right there. Threw the football away. He knew that he's at midfield. His punter, Terry Baker, can probably now pin BC deep, and the pressure comes from Linnell Mayo. So he does the smart thing, throw it away, and we'll take a shot at it on the next series. But it becomes a game of field position. He knew where he was on the field, and that's maturity for Damon Allen.
Terry Baker's first kick of the night. He's been handling all the kicking duties for Ottawa this year and doing a good job. This is Norman Jefferson, back near his 6. And Brian Bonner met Jefferson quickly. Gord?
Well, as Doug Flutie comes into the ball game, an interesting note from the Ottawa sideline. As much as Flutie runs around, they don't feel that he'll run upfield very much. And they feel that with that being the case, the defensive backs can stay back in their coverage, and the linemen will chase Flutie around, as opposed to a quarterback like Tracy Ham, who's a threat to head upfield and cause the defensive back some problems.
Gordy, I think that's a great point, and Anthony Drawhorn and I were talking about that before the game. He said, I am not leaving my man tonight until Flutie crosses the line of scrimmage, but you are absolutely right. He really has not been running the football upfield a lot. He's just been scrambling all over the place, buying himself some time. Good point.
First down for Flutie and the Lions. Trevathan makes the catch. He's short of a first down near the 20. Stopped by Scott Flagel and Daniel Hunter. From the 21, 2nd and 3. Matt Clark couldn't bring it in. Daniel Hunter was with Matt Clark, who's put up some pretty good numbers in his rookie season. 4 touchdowns, 36 receptions, almost 600 yards, but he didn't get this one.
It's a new formation, brought all the receivers, all 4 of them, to the one side of the field, and no receiver back to the short side. They want to see how Ottawa will cover it. They went in a man coverage. Daniel Hunter was there. The catch should have been made, but they wanted to come out and see what Ottawa would do. A new look to give the Ottawa defense, and they handled it pretty well.
Lou Pasaglia punting once more. A charge that time. Here's Drawhorn. Marker down already as Drawhorn sprints to the near side. A pretty good return, will likely be coming back. Drawhorn is down to the 15. Stopped there by Chris Skinner.
Well, unfortunately, this one will come back, but Anthony Drawhorn fulfilling his promise tonight of trying to excite the crowd here at BC Place.
They'll take it all the way back, though, with 4:45 to play in the opening quarter.
Illegal block. Ottawa number 26. First down.
Charles Gordon was nailed for the illegal block. So the Rough Riders will be first down at their own 40. Already up 10-0 in the BC Lions. Riders looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they're off to a good start. Damon Allen. Quick release for Eddie Brown. And he was stopped by Watson and Doug Hocking.
Eddie Brown played for the Calgary Stampeders last year, had 23 catches for them. They turned him loose, and he comes over and gets the start tonight due to the hamstring injury to Stephon Jones. Stephon Jones will be out for a few weeks, but Eddie Brown already, his presence being felt with that big touchdown catch.
This is 2nd and 6. Allen has a man open. It's Conrad. He makes the catch, or did he hang on? No, I guess they'll rule it no catch. Oh, it is a catch. O.J. Brigance thought he had a fumble.
You know, this is the way I like to see the officials work. Now, initially, the one official is going to say, yes, the ground caused the ball to come loose, and it should be a catch. You'll see the one-hander by David Conrad. He makes a great tie. So initially, the official to the right there says catch, but the official in the middle of the field with the better view, he comes over and waves it off immediately. I mean, that's good work by the officiating crew. That wasn't a catch.
And it's a 3rd down, Ottawa. Terry Baker standing at his 30. Good start tonight. Another boomer. This is Norman Jefferson. Sean Flutie, number 22, brought Jefferson down. A booming 60-yard punt and an 8-yard return. And the Ottawa Rough Riders continue to lead the way in Vancouver.
Charles Gordon is a rookie in the defensive backfield with the Ottawa Rough Riders, and tonight he has a big assignment, and that's to cover Ray Alexander. We talked to him about that matchup.
Well, I think Ray's strengths are his size and his pass-catching ability, and what I'm going to try to do as a defensive back is to disrupt his timing, him and Flutie's timing, and try to make him work as hard as he can for each completion that he gets. And if I can do that, then I'll be successful.
Sounds like a good plan to me. You know, he's 190 pounds and a pretty good size for a cornerback. And, of course, when you go against Ray Alexander, that size becomes a factor because Alexander's a big one himself at 6'4", 203. So, physically, that's what Charles Gordon will try and do, intimidate Alexander a little bit. I'm not sure he can be intimidated, but that's a good matchup. We'll follow it for you.
Alexander is closing in on 1,000 yards receiving already. 916 yards, 60 receptions.
Only Alan Pitts for the Calgary Stampeders has done it better. Pitts, of course, leading the league in receiving, yardage, and catches. Ray Alexander right behind him at number 2 in both categories. And
you saw earlier the fast new shoes that Alexander's got.
I'm not sure I like those.
The orange toes?
The orange toes and some black tape on them. I mean, obviously he likes them. I guess that's all that matters.
3:15 to go in the opening quarter. The Rough Riders leading 10-0, and this is John Volpe exploding for a BC first down.
Well, here's where you like to run it out of trouble, and Ian Sinclair, 55, the center, gets a super block, and that allows John Volpe to get some good yardage upfield. Volpe with the cut behind Ian Sinclair, and to get some breathing room.
And that's the first down of the night for the Lions. This is Hansen. Great run as Ryan Hansen is finally stopped by Scott Flagel out across the 45-yard line. Now Flutie's got a little room to operate in.
Yeah, that's great. A couple of running plays have really got them out of trouble, and Ryan Hansen, who's getting some playing time tonight, does a nice job. Back-to-back first downs for Flutie on the ground, and well, that takes a little pressure off him.
1st and 10 Lions at the 48. Good fake by Flutie. Releasing for Hansen. And Bonner pushed him out near the Ottawa 45. The Lions have come back to life.
Well, in a chat with Doug Flutie before the game, he told me, we think if we can get some running game going, we could run play action against their linebackers. The good fake to Volpe, that holds Brian Bonner just enough that he can't stay with Ryan Hansen out of the backfield. A good call, good execution, and Doug Flutie has the guys moving.
An 18-yard gain sets the Riders up. Sets the Lions up at the Rider 45.
But Flutie liked that matchup, his running backs against their linebackers.
Little option play to Volpe. And he was forced out after a 5-yard gain by Daniel Hunter.
Little option play on Patrick Wayne. Watch him. He comes here. If he goes to Flutie, he pitches out here to Volpe. We'll let it go. Patrick Wayne can do nothing right on this play. As he takes Flutie there, Volpe's open. If he goes to Volpe, Flutie will run. You put the guy in a real bind.
On 2nd and 5, Flutie for Chris Skinner. And Scott Flagel makes the stop. I think it'll be a first down. Gain will be 6.
Well, Doug Flutie utilizing his backs on this drive and using everybody. This time it's Chris Skinner's turn, and well, they like to hit those backs out in the flat quickly. It's an easy pass to complete, and it's a way you can really play ball control with your passing game.
BC first down. Volpe gets it again. Tripped by Scott Flagel. Another 13-yard gain, another BC first down.
The running game, one of the problems for the BC Lions has been the inability to establish that running game because they've been behind so much. Bubba Bilovich talked about it yesterday, that if his team was even at least, they'd have a chance to set up people like John Volpe, and then they could start the play-action passes. But when you're down 21-3 all the time, pretty tough to run the ball on the ground.
Well, it sure makes sense why they're 5th in rushing throughout the league. Usually they're a much better team in running the football, and your point well taken.
What?
An injured Ottawa Rough Riders, Glenn Kolka.
Glenn Kolka not in the starting lineup tonight. He is the 5th defensive lineman. It seems like every team throughout the league is doing that. I mean, you just cannot get by with 4 defensive linemen rushing the quarterback the way the quarterbacks run all over the field. And he is the 5th one in the scheme of things for Ottawa. BC, Derek McCready will do that for them tonight. They'll rotate some people in.
While they tend to, Glenn Kolka will remind you that our next game is a couple of nights away from Commonwealth in Edmonton. The rematch. Calgary against the Eskimos. Join us Friday night for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Danny Barrett will be out for a few weeks now with broken finger. Steve Taylor will get the start for the Calgary Stampeders in the rematch of the Battle of Alberta.
That was a good ball game.
Yes, it
down
was.
in Calgary.
Good finish.
Labor Day, yeah, big finish.
But Junior Thurman, when he ran that fumble in, I thought he might have just left it hanging out in his hand a little too long, and David Williams had a chance at it, but he snuck it back there just in time.
A little show. It looked good. Well, the Lions are on the move. First time they've really taken and kept possession of the football tonight.
Well, they've mixed it up nicely on this drive, what they're running, their play-action passing.
From the Ottawa 22, Doug Flutie and the Lions 1st and 10. BC trailing Ottawa by 10, and Flutie is down. Grabbed by Greg Stuman, number 45. First time the Rough Riders have been able to get to Flutie tonight. Five-yard loss. 2nd and 15. Flutie to the near side. Christensen gets away from Scott Flagel and gets inside the 15. Stopped by number 42, Jeff Jackson. A 14-yard gain, so the Lions come up a yard short. We'll see what they do to begin the second quarter.
Flutie reads the safety blitz. Anthony Drawhorn coming. That means Scott Flagel has to come a long way to cover the slot back Jay Christensen. Good read by Jay Christensen. Good throw, and they take advantage of the aggressiveness of the Ottawa defense and come up with a big play against it.
So the Ottawa Rough Riders have the lead. They scored on their first 2 possessions. It's 10-0 Ottawa leading BC.
Let's go back and have a look at that last play, why it's successful. There's Anthony Drawhorn right here. He's coming on the safety blitz. That means Scott Flagel has to come up and cover Jay Christensen. That's a long way for him to come, and Boy, you live and die by the blitz sometimes. Sometimes it works, and then sometimes you take advantage of the blitz. That's what Doug Flutie was able to do. They come up with a big play right there, and they are going gambling, John.
Yeah, Christensen came up with good yardage, but not enough on 2nd and 15. So the 13-yard gain sets it up with 3rd and 2 for the BC Lions at the Ottawa 14. John Volpe, no doubt about it. Scott Flagel wraps him up, but Volpe has a first down. The gain is 8. Good gamble by BC.
Boy, you know who's having a good night is number 55, Ian Sinclair, the center. He puts a block on John Kropke right there. There's Kropke right on the nose. Sinclair, watch this. He's going to take him to your left. A little misdirection. There goes Kropke following the play. Now the cutback. Good block as well by Larry Clarkson, 67. Nice hole on 3rd and 2.
So the Lions are 1st and goal to go at the 7. Flutie looks to the end zone. Matt Clark was the intended receiver, and Flutie floated it a little far. Bob Obelovich hoping the offense can come up with some points here with BC trailing 10-0. Ottawa Rough Riders off to a quick start at BC Place. And Flutie's been off to a bit of a slow start. 2nd and goal to go at the 7. Flutie has a man wide open. It's Volpe. Touchdown. From Doug Flutie to John Volpe.
Boy, in his rookie season, he has had some great success. He sneaks out of the backfield, and Daniel Hunter, number 27, slips down. He cannot recover, and John Volpe is into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown via the pass, and the BC Lions find themselves right back in this football game.
The Lions now within 3 at 10-7.
But you know, we're so used to these 2, 3, and 4 play drives for touchdown. That was an unbelievable drive. They marched it all the way down the field, 96 yards, 11 plays, which is almost unheard of in the Canadian Football League. You know what I liked? 6 running plays, 5 passing plays. That's the way to do it.
Yes, he mixed it up pretty well and used a lot of his weapons. 13:49 to play in the opening half at BC Place. Ottawa Rough Riders got off to a quick start. The BC Lions have been slow starters all season long. The first quarter has not netted the BC Lions many points. Caravata kicks it off. And this is Gerald Wilcox on the return. Rather, Brock Smith. Stopped by O.J. Brigance.
The Lions go 11 plays, 96 yards, and cap it off with John Volpe. And the second quarter proves again to be BC's big one. You know, in 8 games this year, they scored a total of 12 points in the first quarter and 91 in the second. So they just need a little wake-up call, that's all.
Lions have also allowed 64 points against in the first quarter in 8 games.
Well, in their fairness, the bulk of that drive came in the first quarter. They capped it off with the touchdown early in the second, but that's interesting. 12 points in 8 games, man.
Reggie Barnes on first down, Ottawa. And he's got 5. Rough Riders lead the Lions 10-7. Second and 5, and Barnes has it again. And he'll have another first down. O.J. Brigance made the stop, a 10-yard gain for Reggie Barnes.
Okay, watch Rob Smith, the left tackle. He's going to pull and lead Reggie Barnes right up through that hole. Let her run, super blocking up front. Watch 58 Smith. Reggie Barnes just tucks in on his rear end. He leads him right up through the hole, and good blocking up front.
On first down, Allen has 5 yards as Brock Smith makes the catch. I don't think he fooled anybody with where he stretched out to position that ball. Anthony Drawhorn being attended to. Smith grabbed 5. This is 2nd and 5 for Allen and the Ottawa Rough Riders. Now he has to get out of there. And that'll be a first down Ottawa inside the BC 50. Paul Wetmore made the stop. Allen's first run of the night, and that's 9 yards.
Well, he's much more selective when he does this now, and usually only when he's in real trouble or has to generate some offense on his own. But they're a good decision. The lane opened up the middle from his offensive line. He took advantage of it and picked up a first down. One thing, though, BC Lions did, Wetmore and Holmes gave him a pretty good shot. That's what you want to do. If a quarterback runs, hit him as hard as you can.
1st and 10 Rough Riders. Reggie Barnes again on first down at the 49. Gain of 1. Holmes and Brigance with the stop on Barnes that time.
Bruce Holmes has so much speed and tenacity on defense. Watch, he's looking, searches, skips the block there of the guard and makes the tackle. And you could see there, like, that little extra oomph. Like, he really does have a mean streak. And, I mean, he's a punishing tackler.
2nd and 9. Allen in trouble, but he gets away. And finds a receiver at the 30. Ellingson caught the ball, and then it flipped out. Ken Watson made the stop. Let's see what happens after the reception here.
Well, Paul Wetmore has a chance for the sack, but his angle of pursuit on Allen is just too much to the inside, and Damon, with his quickness, the pirouette to the outside, and then able to finally pick out a receiver downfield. But I'm sure the next time Paul Wetmore will take a much wider angle as he comes in on Damon Allen.
Barnes on 1st and 10. Ken Petway and O.J. Brigance, who's been busy tonight, forcing him out there.
Well, I think both offensive lines tonight so far are doing tremendous jobs blocking for their running backs. The BC Lions did it on the last drive, and now the Ottawa front 5 doing a nice job to make some good holes for Reggie Barnes. His numbers reflect that.
Seven on the last play for Barnes. It's 2nd and 3. Impressive drive so far for Damon Allen. Kelsey Palmer, number 32. Kensley Palmer, number 32, carrying there. Riders began back at the 32. 61 yards later, in 8 plays, they're down to the BC Lions 17. Good fake by Damon Allen, who buys some time and looks to the end zone. Eddie Brown, the intended receiver. Chris Major was covering, and the ball came loose. Ken Watson had a shot at the interception.
That is tremendous coverage by the corner, Chris Major, that time on Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown running the out and up, and it's very difficult when Allen has that amount of time to stay with a receiver that long, but he's able to do so. The good play fake to Reggie Barnes, that freezes everybody initially, but the pressure comes late. Allen has to get rid of it. And Chris Major, watch this. He sees the ball, locates it all the way, and well, that's the difference between the not so good corners and the good ones. They locate that ball and react to it and make the play.
2nd and 10 Ottawa. Allen for the end zone, and Brock Smith can't get underneath it. Allen forced to throw in a bit of a hurry. So it's field goal time for the Ottawa Rough Riders.
Well, I think the feeling on defense is always, you know, if you can force a team to run at least put together 10 plays to score, I mean, they're going to make a mistake along the way, and that's exactly what happened to Ottawa. They had 8 nice plays and then 2 bad ones, and now they have to send in the field goal team. But the law of averages, of course, will catch up.
Terry Baker, 1 for 1 tonight. Make that 2 for 2 from 24 yards out.
I didn't know which way he's going to throw.
So the Riders settle for a field goal and continue to lead the BC Lions. It's 13-7 Ottawa in the second quarter in BC.
So there you see the game of the week here on TSN. The Ottawa Rough Riders out in front of the BC Lions 13-7. Couple of Terry Baker field goals, a long pass to Eddie Brown. And Gord is on the sidelines with a special guest.
Yeah, very special guest today. Familiar face, Bart Hall, who we last saw in Ottawa with a knee injury. Bart, you've had the surgery. How is it?
Oh, it's doing really well. You know, all the doctors and the training staff tell me I'm miles ahead, but to me it always seems like it's coming along, you know, really slowly.
Is it tough to watch?
No, it's killing me. You know, it wasn't bad the first game, and then all of a sudden I realized, you know, I was going to have to do this for a while, and it's really eating at me.
What's the difference that you've seen with the Joe Faragelli coaching regime now? It seems a lot more relaxed on the sideline.
Well, that's exactly what it is. You know, the guys are more relaxed, and they're not afraid to go out and play hard. And you know, if they make a mistake, you know, they're not looking at the bench to see if they're going to get pulled. And I just think the whole, you know, relaxation thing. Guys are loose enough to go out and play their game.
You know, we last saw you. Your football team was 0-4. It's quite a turnaround, isn't it?
It sure is, guys. It's tough not being a part of it. You know, that 0-4. You know, that I was in there, and now that I got hurt, everything's turned around.
All right, back upstairs to John Lee. Thanks, Mark.
And we're ready for the return of John Volpe. It's going to be a great one. Inside the 50, but hang on, folks. There's one flag down. Another one is coming back, Leaf. Pretty good ball game going here. BC drove for a touchdown, 96 yards, and on the possession after that,
BC number
Ottawa
9
drove for 61 and a field goal.
The BC Lions have lost a lot of yardage on their kick and punt returns tonight. Anthony Drawhorn had a huge one called back, and now John Volpe's tremendous return is called back. And well, I know for head coach Bob Obilovich, extremely frustrating to give up all that yardage.
Lions begin this drive back at the 25. Volpe. And Bonner was there, number 90, to meet John Volpe that time. He got close to 4.
Well, it's funny, John, you look at these kickoff and punt returns, and every long one, it seems like everybody on the field, included up here in the booth, you're just looking for the flags. It's the exception when there isn't a flag on one of them.
Gain is 4. It is 2nd and 6, BC. Flutie buys a little time, finds Trevathan, and that'll be a first down. So Trevathan gets the Lions out of a little trouble. 9 yards.
Well, you'll see the face mask of Mike Trevathan, much more protection than the usual wide receiver face mask. He has a broken jaw suffered a few weeks ago, so his jaw is still a little tender. You give him a little extra protection. There he is, rookie from Montana.
Flutie in trouble and down. On first down, Stillman was there first, and Lewis joined him. And then Jeff Jackson, number 42, came in too.
This will be the big test for the BC Lion offensive line and backs. Can they pick up the aggressive blitzing of the Ottawa Rough Riders? On that play, they didn't. And Doug Flutie certainly paid the price. The hit of Greg Stuman coming here and a few others in there. But it could be a long night for Flutie if they don't do a better job picking up that blitz.
Flutie released in a hurry for Ryan Hansen. He might have been lucky that one wasn't picked up. Hansen didn't see it coming.
And it was the pressure once again of the front four of the Ottawa Rough Riders. Number 76, Lloyd Lewis comes all the way around on a stunt, and the BC Lion defense just cannot handle it. Coincidentally enough, it's Larry Clarkson on the left side, and he has been sat down in recent games, but due to injury, he is back performing tonight. They didn't pick up the stunt. Flutie had to get rid of it.
Lupus Aglia across his 27 to get a high kick away. And waiting at the 22 is Anthony Drawhorn. Collared from behind and slowed down. And then surrounded. A 44-yard punch, a 9-yard return. And leading the tacklers, Leo Groenwagen. 5:35 to the half at BC Place. And the Ottawa Rough Riders lead 13-7.
Coming up at the half, it's back to our TSN Control Center for a sports update. So you didn't make the BC Lions in training camp, but you want to know what it's like on the sidelines? We'll hear from Bob Obilovich during a game, and John and Leaf will stop by with their analysis of a pretty good first half, fellas.
Absolutely right. 5:35 to the half. A 6-point ball game. Ottawa Rough Riders started quickly on a turnover and marched for a couple of quick scores before the Lions got on the board. An impressive long march by Doug Flutie. It'll be 1st and 10 Ottawa, and the Riders begin at the 31. Damon Allen stands in and throws deep, far side. Almost has it picked off. Eddie Brown was the intended receiver, and Chris Major was with him step for step.
Well, not a good choice by Damon Allen. The BC Lions notoriously like to sit back in zone coverage on first down. They become a little more aggressive on second down situations, but Chris Major back in the deep third zone coverage, and there was no way Eddie Brown was going to get in behind him. In fact, Damon Allen very fortunate that Chris Major didn't come up with the interception.
Eddie Brown had a 70-yard touchdown catch earlier in the game. Now it's 2nd and 10 Ottawa. Riders at their own 31. Penalty markers are down, and so is Damon Allen. He lost the ball. And it looks like the Lions will come away with a possession, depending on the penalty here. The rookie Doug Hocking came up with the ball. Let's get a ruling for you. Was that an incomplete pass? I'd like to see that again.
Yeah,
Here's
it looked like a fumble. We'll have to wait and see how Ken Lazarek determines.
Holding. Ottawa number 54. Decline. 54. They're done.
Oh, they do call it an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass, and the penalty going against Ottawa.
Irv Damon gets called for holding, but really that is not the critical part of this play. Let's see as Damon Allen sprints out of the pocket. Stuart Hill gets the hand in, and I certainly believe that was a fumble.
Here's Terry Baker on 3rd down. I thought it was too. On the return for the Lions, Norman Jefferson, number 12. Straight ahead, and Jefferson is stopped at the 45. 17-yard return after a good kick, 51 yards for Terry Baker. The Lions have the football, and the Ottawa Rough Riders have the lead. It's 13-7.
Ray Alexander, who has yet to catch a pass this evening, is involved in our matchup of the night against Charles Gordon. He hasn't seen Charles Gordon before. He's a newcomer. He talked about that.
Well, coming up here, he's going to learn that the field is wide, and I'm sure he's been having pretty good games up till now. Hopefully we'll go out, and he's a rookie. And, you know, there's always things that you have to come into the league and be aware of, and hopefully we'll take advantage of that before he's aware of it.
Well, they haven't been able to take advantage of it as yet. I mentioned Ray Alexander still looking for his first catch of the evening. Has 60 so far this year. off to his best start. 88 receptions in 1986 was his best year, and no question he will surpass that mark. That is our matchup. We will follow it closely for you.
4:17 to go till halftime. The Ottawa Roughriders lead the Lions 13-7, 1st and 10 for Flutie. And there's Alexander's first catch. Scott Flagel.
See, we know these things in television. This is why we set it up. We knew that Doug Flutie was going to go to Ray Alexander, and a nice, easy pass to complete. Zone coverage. Andre Francis will just let him work to the inside and hope that he is picked up by someone else. Easy ball to catch, easy ball to complete. A nice play on first down. That's 8 yards for the BC Lions.
Now Flutie faces 2nd and 2, close to midfield. Big charge on Flutie. What a move to get away from it. Scrambling for time, finds Ryan Hansen, and Hansen has the first down. The gain is only 10 yards, but Flutie made a couple of great plays, didn't he?
He really did. You know, number 27, Daniel Hunter, the defensive back, he is blitzing from the short side of the field. Watch this, the fake throw and the pirouette. Boy, oh boy, that is something. Brian Bonner, he's in coverage on Ryan Hansen, and he has to stay with him a long time. And finally, the ball is completed. They keep the drive going with another first down, but it was all Doug Flutie.
Now from the rider, 47, Flutie on the option once more for Volpe. And Volpe has running room to the outside, and another BC first down. Charles Gordon made the stop. This is perfect for the Flutie style, isn't it?
Well, it really is. They play a game with Patrick Wayne, number 35, the outside linebacker, and he really is in a bind. There is Patrick Wayne right here. Now, he comes in. Now, if he takes Flutie, Flutie pitches. If he goes to the pitch man, Flutie will run it. So they really play a game with Patrick Wayne. See, there he takes Flutie. The ball is pitched out to John Volpe, and really on that play, Patrick Wayne can do nothing right. He is in a no-win situation.
Bob Obilovich's BC Lions are closing in. It's 13-7 Ottawa, but the Lions have a first down at the BC 35. We'll be back for that in just a moment. Welcome back to the stadium at BC Place, where the Ottawa Roughriders jumped into a quick lead, and the BC Lions are threatening to erase that here.
But funny, it hasn't been the kind of game that we've been seeing in about the last month with all kinds of scoring, but really both offenses, for only scoring 20 points between them, have moved the ball very effectively. They just, when they have got down in scoring territory, the defenses have tightened up and played a little better.
Here are the numbers on Doug Flutie so far. 9 of 16 for 79 yards and a touchdown. Not quite the numbers that Flutie has been putting up through almost a half of football. Numbers on the runners: Barnes 8 carries, 61 yards for Ottawa. And John Volpe 7 carries, 58 for the BC Lions. Here it is, 1st and 10 Lions at the Ottawa 34. Ryan Hansen, room to the outside, forced out by Flagel. $16 yards as penalty markers fly. So a personal foul going against Flagel here, I believe.
Objection of conduct. Number 14, Ottawa. First down, BC.
Well, Ray Alexander has only caught one pass tonight, so when you're not having a big night catching the football, you do other little things to help your offense. And what a super block he makes on Charles Gordon. That allows Ryan Hansen to cut in behind that. And, well, you like to see that. The little things make such a difference in an offense.
With the penalty, the Lions are 1st and goal to go at the Ottawa 9. Lorenzo Graham is in the backfield, and he's to the 5. Glenn Culcom met him there, number 68. Lions are halfway there. 2nd and goal from the 5. BC trailing 13-7 to the Ottawa Rough Riders. Touchdown, Jay Christensen. A 5-yard touchdown toss from Doug Flutie. Tell me something, partner. Was Flutie confused there, or was this a design play?
This was a design play. He wants to run a bootleg to the short side of the field. He put 3 receivers, actually 4 receivers, to one side of the field, and you'll watch this. The fake, he wants to bootleg back, but Patrick Wayne, 35, reads it perfectly. But what does Flutie do? He just pulls up and finds Jay Christensen, who got into an open spot, and pretty easy catch for the touchdown. Jay Christensen, his 5th of the season. But that is great talent by Doug Flutie.
And with the convert, the BC Lions move into the lead by a point on the Ottawa Rough Riders. An impressive drive by the Lions and Doug Flutie. 2 great plays by Flutie in particular to keep it going.
You know, I think as you look at the BC Lion receiving corps, one thing to keep in mind is every receiver they have on the field tonight is at least 6 feet tall or taller. And for a quarterback who's only 5'10", I think that makes a significant difference when he's looking downfield. I mean, he's got some guys that are easy to see and easy to find. And that time he picked out Jay Christensen, who's 6'4", and found him quite easily for the touchdown.
Anthony Drawhorn on the return. Will he find room to the near side? No, he runs into 2 Lion tacklers. Spencer McLennan.
Nifty drive by the BC Lions. 6 plays, 65 yards, much of it on the ground, but through the air to Jay Christensen for the touchdown. Interesting note on the Ottawa sidelines. The major concern there right now is that option package that BC has in. It's giving them fits.
Well, they've only run it twice, but each time the Ottawa defense has had no idea how to defense it, and Patrick Wayne has been really in a problem area.
This is Reggie Barnes on Ottawa's first down, and Barnes is forced out by Holmes.
I think Holmes got lucky. He didn't get a face masking call on that one. Looked like he hooked Reggie Barnes right in the face mask. It's a great feature about a Bruce Holmes, though. The play looked like it was destined to go for a lot more yardage than the 6 it picked up, but his speed and quickness allowing him to cover the whole field is really something the BC Lion defense has been missing, and he will add a lot in that area.
On 2nd and 4, Allen lost the ball and got it back. Stu Hill got to the quarterback again. 2nd sack for Stu Hill.
The BC Lions coming with some pressure of their own. Ken Petway on the safety blitz. Stu Hill is able to get to Damon Allen for the 2nd time tonight. Knocks the ball loose. This time Allen recovers it once again, but the BC Lion defense has responded after their offense scored a touchdown, and they will get the ball back with plenty of time left here in the 2nd quarter to maybe add to their 1-point lead.
It's 14-13 Lions as Terry Baker lines up to punt. This is Norman Jefferson. And there is no return as Jefferson slips after misjudging the ball. 49-yard kick by Terry Baker.
Terry Baker has had himself a great first half kicking the football. That time maximum distance on that punt with the pressure coming. 49 yards, no return. That's the way you like it.
Had a 51-yarder earlier.
But he's got a 51-yard average for the night. That is outstanding. There he is, doing both the kicking duties this year, plays kicking and punting. Last year strictly the punter, but handling both jobs perfectly.
And 2 for 2 in field goals.
Perfect night.
Lions are 1st and 10 at the 37. From the shotgun, Flutie hands off to Lorenzo Graham. And that did not fool the Ottawa defense. Flegel was there. And so was Lloyd Lewis. No huddle offense. On second down, penalty marker is down. Alexander made an outstanding catch. But I think it's coming back. I think the Lions will be called for holding.
Once again, penalties really costing the BC Lions tonight. 2 kick returns and now a holding call. I couldn't pick out who it was, but nevertheless, it nullifies what a super catch by Ray Alexander. This is why he is number 2 in the league. And Doug Flutie with a perfect strike. Watch Scott Flegel. He gambles and misses, and Ray Alexander makes an outstanding catch. But it will all be called back because we think number 66, Jim Mills, who is working against Lloyd Lewis, gets called for the holding. Once your arms get extended and you've got the hook out there, the officials will see it and call it every time. Keep your arms in tight. Sometimes you can get away with it. But once you extend them, everybody sees it.
Not this time for Jay Christensen. So it'll be third and a bunch facing the Lions now. And the Riders will get it back for one quick sequence. 1:07 to go till halftime. And the Lions lead 14-13. Lou Pasaglia is in, standing near his 15. Short kick. Anthony Drawhorn tries to make a play near the 40. And he draws a flag. "41-yard kick for Pasaglia." I think like Matt Clark might have been in the area there.
I think you spotted the right one, John. And that will be 15 yards in all likelihood, and really gives Ottawa a boost here as there's 54 seconds remaining. No, not that Matt Clark.
The other Matt Clark.
The other Matt Clark. Must explain two Matt Clarks, if you can believe it, on one team.
First down, Ottawa.
Matt Clark, number 85, the receiver, and Matt Clark, number 39, the reserve linebacker.
Just take it during commercial break.
There's Matt Clark.
We found him. I don't think he likes us finding him, though.
First and 10 Ottawa with 53 seconds to go in the half. And Damon Allen finds a big hole. Allen sliding safely inside the 35. 18 yards for Damon Allen. 47 seconds till halftime.
Only the second time he has run with the football tonight, but once again in a critical situation.
Hey, what are you looking at? You're someone hurt out here.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's saying late hit on Bruce Holmes, and I kind of agree with that one.
Come on, no. Shut that ball down.
That's the passion we talked about right there. The fire and the passion.
First down, Damon Allen on target. To Jock Climby, who got away from one tackle, and Climby heads to the 5. Can he score? Not quite. Out at the 1-yard line. What a nice play by Jock Climby after making the catch. If you look at the Ottawa Rough Riders under Joe Farragelli, Jock Climby is really the only change on offense.
Well, he gave him a chance to start when he took over the club. Jock Climby was playing some slot back. Now he's playing wide receiver. Good move to catch the ball on the out, and then the spin back to the inside. And, you know, a lot of guys might have just said, oh, well, I've done my job. I'm out at the 3-yard line. We'll score anyway, but he cuts it back in for some more yards.
And sets up the Reggie Barnes touchdown from a yard away as the Riders regain the lead. And 20 seconds remain. Costly error by the BC Lions.
Well, really, you go back, and it was that no yards penalty that gave them the initial 15 yards to start this drive in tremendous field position. And Jock Climby with a catch, Damon Allen with a run, and Reggie Barnes with a 1-yard run. And they did it in a hurry.
Ten carries for Reggie Barnes, 68 yards, and the Rough Riders add to the total. Joe Faragelli's Rough Riders started quickly, gave up the lead for about 45 seconds, I think. And now they have it back at 20-14. Seconds to play in the opening half at BC Place.
You know, we saw Joe Faragelli on the sidelines get quite excited about his quarterback taking a late hit. Let's go back and have a look at it. You determine at home what you think about it. I personally thought it was a little late. He's going to go down, and you know, no intention of running the ball any further. And Bruce Holmes comes in a little late. I mean, Bruce Holmes has been notorious throughout his career at doing that.
I would have thrown my flag on that one.
Yes, I would have too. And I think Pops Faragelli had a legitimate beef.
Ready for Terry Baker's kickoff now. Too deep for the BC Lions. John Volpe and Lorenzo Graham. Graham at the 20. Grabbed by Daniel Hunter and finally stopped. So into the final 10 seconds of an entertaining first half at BC Place. Two teams with 4-4 records. The Ottawa Rough Riders have won 4 in a row. The BC Lions have won only 1 of their last 4 games. Time for one play here for Doug Flutie with 10 seconds to go. Volpe takes it coming out of the backfield. He's got great speed. And a penalty marker is down. But Volpe was stopped as time ran out on the clock at the 35. Half cannot end on a penalty. Holding against the BC Lions.
Holding, BC 67, decline.
And the gun sounds to end the opening half with the Ottawa Rough Riders in front of the BC Lions by 6. It's 20-14, Ottawa leading in Vancouver. Stay with us for a halftime show and a sports update. Ready to begin the second half at BC Place. Caravana set to kick it off for the BC Lions. Too deep for Ottawa. Brock Smith and Anthony Drawhorn. Ottawa in the lead by 6. It's 20-14. And the second half is underway. This is Drawhorn on the return for the Ottawa Rough Riders. And he gets out across the 35 to about the 38.
First half statistics brought to you by General Motors. Interesting, though, that both teams had 100 yards rushing, not just because they're even numbers, but that the teams ran the ball so much. The edge in total yards goes to the Ottawa Rough Riders, but not by much, befitting a very close game so far.
Pretty much error-free, too. Only one turnover. That's the Scott Flagel interception on the very first drive of the BC Lions. Well played first half.
And the Rough Riders will begin the second half with a first down at the Ottawa 38. Ottawa looking to make it 5 straight wins. This is Barnes. Good opening for Barnes as he slashes out to the 45. Met there by Dietrich Wise. Gain will be 6.
Well, let's follow Bruce Holmes on this play, and Gerald Roper comes on the trap. He gets up through the hole, gets into Bruce Holmes. Good contact, good sustaining that contact, and a nice running play for Reggie Barnes. Bruce Holmes still probably trying to get his feet wet back in this league. It's a different game at linebacker.
12th carry of the night for Reggie Barnes, and he's out across midfield. Lionel Mayo made the tackle. Barnes has 12 carries, 86 yards.
Well, he is on his way to another 100-yard game. Last year, of course, in only 14 games, he was over 1,200 yards, the second leading rusher in the league to Robert Mims. Mims, once again, the Winnipeg Blue Bomber fine running back, leading the league again this year.
1st and 10 Ottawa, right on midfield. Riders leading 20-14. Good fake by Allen. Dumps it out for Conrad, and Conrad was a little slow reacting, I thought. Rough Riders have 2 of the top 6 rushers in the league in their backfield, and Damon Allen, just shy of 500 yards coming into tonight's game. And Reggie Barnes, who's over 600 as a result of tonight's game. Here's Allen on the move.
Well, once again, the Ottawa bench totally incensed. They want the late hit on Bruce Holmes, and as Damon Allen goes to the turf, the hit came from Bruce Holmes once again. You see the reaction, Farragelli. He cannot believe it. Here it comes. You get a good look. You be the judge. Well, sooner or later they call that. I mean, he is definitely on the ground with no intent to go any further. And I believe we really have to protect our quarterbacks. We've got some great quarterbacks in the league, and as anyone knows, you're only as good as the guy you've got calling the signals. We got to protect those people.
High snap for Baker. He gets it away. Norman Jefferson misplayed it and has to start at the 2-yard line. Jefferson away from Bonner, and he's nailed at the 20. A 19-yard return after a 50-yard Baker kick. And the Lions will try and put something together here, trailing by 6 points. Here's Doug Flutie. The number 1 in passing through the first 8 weeks of the season. Number 22 coming into the game with over 2,900 yards.
What a difference a year makes for him. Second year to understand the CFL passing game, and this year taking full advantage using motion, and he has looked good.
On first down, Flutie has Christensen, and Drawhorn made the stop on Christensen before he got to first down territory. Gain is 5.
Well, this is what Doug Flutie likes to do. Get some motion, make that defense react to it. Anthony Drawhorn has to come all the way across the field and follow Christensen in a man-to-man coverage, and he does a pretty good job, but Christensen only gets 5.
Flutie floats it out for Clark, who makes the catch and is not down, so Clark was able to get up and run for the first down. Patrick Wayne. First catch for Clark. It's a big one, 20 yards to gain. Good effort.
Good effort by Doug Flutie. Once again, it is his ability to buy some extra time for himself. Watch as he just steps up right here. Avoids the sack of Lloyd Lewis, and then the little touch pass to Matt Clark, who makes a nice catch and then is able to get up and run for a few more yards.
First down. Flutie gets away again, but not for long. Bonner was there. Second sack by the Ottawa Rough Riders.
Well, Greg Stuman does the smart thing. At the top of your screen right here, you're going to see, we can't quite see him, but he forces Flutie to stay in the pocket. Then Patrick Wayne comes in, and if you get good push up the middle and your guys on the outside keep contained, good things will happen. And consequently, they were able to get the sack. One of the few times tonight they've been able to do that.
Loss is 4. This is 2nd and 14. Flutie over the middle, almost picked off by Drawhorn. Alexander was the intended receiver.
Good pressure once again from 45 Greg Stuman. The BC offensive line having some difficulty here in the third quarter, picking up the stunts of the Ottawa front 7, and Stuman came free. Flutie had to let it go before he was ready. Fun to see for the Ottawa Rough Riders. Traditionally, they haven't been that aggressive on defense, and this year they have totally thrown caution to the wind and have come with a various scheme of blitzes.
Even in the early going this season, the Rough Riders were in a lot of the games they were losing. They lost the first 4. Drawhorn on the return for the BC Lions, or for the Ottawa Rough Riders. He's out to the 35. Drawhorn, a former BC Lion, looking for a little revenge here tonight. He hasn't had the big play he was hoping for so far. There's lots of time remaining. 10:04 to play in the third quarter at BC Place, and the Ottawa Rough Riders continue to lead the way. It's 20-14. Both quarterbacks are having productive nights here at BC Place. Damon Allen slightly more productive because he's leading the game right now. 7 of 16 for 150 yards. 1 touchdown. Doug Flutie, 13 of 22. A slow start, but he has 149 yards now and 2 touchdowns plus the interception.
Well, when you see those numbers and you consider Damon Allen 150 yards passing to this point, 70 came on that one play to Eddie Brown, so only 80 yards on the other completions that he has had. But his defense has played just that much better than the BC Lion defense, and that is why they enjoy that 6-point margin.
Allen has run a couple of times in perfect situations, and he's used Reggie Barnes as a runner well too. It is 1st and 10 Ottawa. And this is Reggie Barnes once more. Breaks a couple of tackles, and Barnes gets out across the 45. He's close to the 50-yard line. Stopped by Andrew Thomas, a 13-yard gain.
The Ottawa offensive line has had great success trapping the BC defense tonight. Brian Illabin, a good block on Bruce Holmes, and kick-out block by Kari Lee Renko on Reggie Barnes. When he is in the secondary, I mean, he is a tough guy to bring down. 210-pounder. He can put a little licking on those defensive backs.
Conrad. And Conrad narrows in on a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. He's pretty close.
Of course, a good idea when you're keying on a Reggie Barnes is to fake the pitch to him and give it to David Conrad, cutting back inside just over the center, and they have great success with that. Irv Damon, the center, with a good block, and Conrad is chipping in with a nice effort.
Bad news for the BC Lions. John Volpe got his bell rung. He's pretty groggy on the sidelines, and BC team doctors aren't sure if he'll be back or not.
That's tough news for the Lions because he's a great runner. 2nd and 1, and Barnes has it easily. Inside the BC 45, met by Thomas again. Andrew Thomas, number 21.
Irv Damon and Gerald Roper on the left side really caving down the BC Lions. There's Roper working really hard. Keep those feet moving. Drive, and Reggie Barnes cuts off the tail of Gerald Roper and gets some good yardage on 2nd and 1. Nice situation. Reggie Barnes has been in the secondary of the BC Lions a lot here tonight.
9 more yards for Reggie Barnes. A first down for the Ottawa Rough Riders. This is Conrad. The fake was to Barnes, and Conrad carries, and he'll have another Ottawa first down. The Riders can run the ball tonight. That's 11 yards. Ken Petway made the stop that time.
Well, they're mixing it up nicely inside, outside, and Bob Obilovich has to be concerned at this point. The Ottawa offensive line manhandling his front 7.
You don't see this very often. 4 rushing plays in a row. That's what the Ottawa Rough Riders have done. Make it 5. Here's Barnes to the outside. And Petway slowed him down.
But I think Gerald Roper is excited coming back and playing in Vancouver, where he grew up and, of course, played here with the BC Lions for a number of seasons. And that time, once again, another good effort by him as he gets out around the corner, throws a block for Reggie Barnes. And when you're an offensive lineman and you have a back like Reggie Barnes, I mean, you know if you work hard, he's going to break some runs. And look at the numbers already tonight for him.
Volpe slightly shaken up. He hasn't been in the ball game for a while. Barnes again, that's 6 running plays in a row. And there's a penalty marker down. John Volpe on the BC Lions bench.
I think a procedure. Ottawa, the right guard. 2nd down, repeat it.
Brian Hillebrand, number 61, moved a little early, but going back to John Volpe on the bench there, I mean, that is an awful feeling for a player. I mean, you're kind of aware of where you are. I mean, you know you're at BC Place, but everything is fuzzy, just not functioning properly. You want to get back in there, but you just can't quite make it work.
With the penalty, 2nd and 5 Ottawa. The BC 27. Conrad dragged down at about the 2 by Ken Petway. Hang on, one more marker. Penalty looks to be going against the BC Lions, however, so the play will stand. So what did Ottawa do? Rush 6 plays in a row, and then this nifty little toss to Conrad.
Now they read the blitz, and David Conrad sneaks out of the backfield. Ken Petway a little late picking him up, and a good gain, good read by Damon Allen. And roughing the passer will add a couple of extra yards onto the end of this play. This is a nice drive.
First and goal to go at the 2 for the Ottawa Rough Riders. And Reggie Barnes carries to the 1. There's no indication of a touchdown. O.J. Brigance and Bruce Holmes stopping Reggie Barnes short of the goal line. Second and goal to go at the 1. Ottawa leading 20-14. This time Allen keeps himself. And do they call it a touchdown? Not yet. The Lion defense holds. The atmosphere up at BC Place.
Boy, good goal line stand by the BC Lion defense. Bruce Holmes, number 51. He is trying to get his teammates excited as this is a very, very crucial play.
Can they do it again? Barnes is stopped. Isn't that amazing? They rushed all the way down the field, 6 running plays in a row, and they get to the 2-yard line, and the Ottawa Rough Riders can't get in.
Watch the left side of your screen, and the Dietrich Wise, or Derek McCready, 79, with the initial penetration. A little help from his friends, and amazing how, as you say, they can run it down the field so effectively, and then 3 cracks from the 1 cannot get into the end zone. Ken Petway, number 8, he helped out right there, but a great stand for the BC Lions, and as they trail by 6, maybe this will be a turning point in their game for them tonight.
The big goal line stand will certainly fire up the BC Lions, who'll start at the 1 when we return. 6 more points for sure. The BC Lion defense held, and the Rough Riders were denied.
That's the bad news. The good news is BC has to go 109 yards now.
If they score in this sequence, we'll know how long the drive was immediately, correct?
Absolutely, but Joe Farragelli, I'm sure, thought it was a cinch. 3 cracks from the 1-yard line, but the BC Lion defense came up with a tremendous effort there to keep them out.
Ottawa in the lead by 6. Flutie to the far side. Ray Alexander has the catch. Alexander in front of Charles Gordon. 16 yards the gain. And Flutie is quickly out from the shadow of the goalpost.
Charles Gordon up in a bump and run coverage, and so often if the ball is underthrown, the defensive back cannot see it and react. Ray Alexander sees it all the way. He makes the adjustment, and with 1 play, Doug Flutie has given his offense some breathing room. The matchup, Ray Alexander wins that one.
Chris Skinner carries. He's to the 22. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. 4:04 to play, 3rd quarter. Well, it's been fairly close, this matchup so far.
Yeah, I think it's been very close. Charles Gordon's done a pretty nice job on Ray Alexander tonight.
Flutie on 2nd and 5. Christensen makes the catch. Brian Bonner was there. The gain is 9.
Got it for you. Got it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right. Knee looked like he banged up his knee on that play, but he will stay in the football game.
Christensen missed a couple of games early in the season after being hurt in training camp. This is Lorenzo Graham, and Graham has another BC Lion first down. 11 yards to gain. Stop made by the middle linebacker, number 42, Jeff Jackson.
Well, you know, John, as you look at a game, though, if the drive stops here, the offense has done their job. I mean, they have taken it from their own 1-yard line, driven it out outside the 40. They have done their job. Now, anything after this is gravy, but they have reestablished field position again. Doug Flutie with a nice job here.
And on first down, Flutie looks deep for Christensen. Drawhorn was with Jay Christensen that time.
Anthony Drawhorn with a lot to prove here tonight. Bob Abilovich released him at training camp. Anthony Drawhorn felt he wasn't given the respect that a veteran is due when he comes to training camp, so he was sure tonight that he would have a good game, and here he stays right on the inside hip of Christensen. This has to be an absolutely perfect throw. That is good defensive position by Anthony Drawhorn. The pass overthrown.
2nd and 10, Lions at the 40. BC trailing by 6. Penalty markers are down, and the ball is in the air, but nowhere is a receiver available. We got a little pass interference call, though, and a little early movement from Stuman. Both penalties going against the Ottawa Rough Riders.
Offside, Ottawa, decline, forward pass interference, 26 Ottawa, first down BC.
Well, Charles Gordon in our matchup tonight with Ray Alexander got flagged that time. So the Lions will have a first down out at midfield. Flutie gets away just in time, fires it high, it's intercepted, and fumbled. And recovered. Stuman has it. Well, that was interesting. Lions really never had possession of the ball. Daniel Hunter coming up with the interception.
Boy, a lot of things happened on this play. Pass that maybe Doug Flutie should have put a little more speed on. Trevathan tips it. Gordon has a chance. Daniel Hunter makes it. Now watch the play by Jay Christensen. He bats it loose. Who's there but Greg Stuman? He gets the fumble recovery. So we have a interception, a fumble, and a fumble recovery all in one play. That's a lot of things happening out there.
And we'll have an Ottawa first down when we return. 1:55 to play in the third quarter. And the Rough Riders continue to lead by 6. Well, the BC Lions turned over the football, but the drive began back at the 1-yard line. So if the defense comes out and does a little something here, it might not be that costly. Ottawa, 1st and 10. The Riders beginning at the 28. David Conrad. O.J. Brigance, number 57, celebrating over the fallen running back.
O.J. Brigance, the leading tackler on the BC Lions after 8 weeks of play, and he has been a pleasant surprise, a rookie from Rice University, and really a question mark entering the season, and he has lived up to all the expectations that they had for him.
In for Conrad, 4. This is 2nd and 6. Allen back in a hurry. Can he escape the charge? Allen still looking to throw. And he's caught from behind. Stuart Hill. Holmes was also there.
Well, the one factor you need as a defense when you go up against a running quarterback is you have to have team speed on defense. Watch 36 Stuart Hill. He never gives up on the play, and chased Damon Allen all around the field. Finally comes up with the sack, but that's one area the BC Lions have really improved this year. They are a much quicker defense than they were in the past.
I think they're going to take the sack away because they mark it as a 2-yard gain. But Hill has been around the quarterback. Jefferson on the return. Away from a couple, and Jefferson gives the Lions great field position out across the 55. "22-yard return. 34 seconds to go, third quarter. And we're wondering if John Volpe will be back in the lineup for the BC Lions.
Camera on.
First and 10 Lions at the Ottawa 53. Batted all over the place. Intended for Trevathan at the far side of the field. Charles Gordon was in to knock it down, then the ball flipped high, but the Lions or the Rough Riders couldn't come up with it.
Charles Gordon was at the camp of the Toronto Argonauts, and although they were very impressed with him, I mean, he could not beat out Reggie Pleasant or Ed Berry. They had no room for him, and Ottawa lucky to pick him up. I think he's played very well tonight.
Second and 10 for Flutie now, looking deep for Clark. Touchdown! Matt Clark rolled into the end zone. A 53-yard touchdown toss from Doug Flutie to Matt Clark.
Well, these two young rookie receivers for the BC Lions have been outstanding. Mike Trevathan and Matt Clark. He just flies down the center of the field. You watch Scott Flagle's reading the eyes of Flutie, and he doesn't react quickly enough, and before he knows it, Matt Clark is in behind him with a super catch for the touchdown. 5th touchdown catch of the year, and he has truly, you know, you talk about rookies on their team. I mentioned O.J. Brigance, but what a contribution Matt Clark has made.
Final play of the third quarter as the Lions come back to tie the Ottawa Rough Riders, and then on the converts move 1 point ahead.
In a zone defense, Andre Francis with this area, Scott Flagle in the middle with that area, Charles Gordon up here. Matt Clark is going to come right down the field, and let's roll it right now. And you're going to watch Scott Flagle. Look at him in the middle. He's reading the eyes of Flutie. Stop it right there. He doesn't see Matt Clark to his left. Let it go. Matt Clark will sneak in right behind him. Flagle, by the time he realizes it, it's too late. Touchdown, mistake, Ottawa. Great catch, though. Wow.
It really was an outstanding catch. And that gives the BC Lions the lead by 1. The Lions have had the lead by a point twice in this game, and Ottawa has roared back.
It's funny, John, you know, you and I talk about mistakes and how, you know, they usually decide ball games. Really a mistake early by Ken Watson allowed an Eddie Brown touchdown pass in behind him, and now Scott Flagle gambling, did not get back in his deep center field coverage, and by the time he saw Matt Clark, it was too late, all over, and Clark with a tremendous catch for the touchdown. So a couple of mistakes resulting in touchdowns for both teams tonight.
And we await the kickoff by Julio Caravata. After the Matt Clark touchdown. This is Drawhorn. And he's stopped in his tracks by Andrew Thomas, number 21.
Third quarter statistics brought to you by General Motors. BC takes the lead in net yards, but still very close. And time of possession still favors the Ottawa Rough Riders thanks to that superior rushing attack.
Well, let's see if Damon Allen can answer the call here. Fourth quarter just nicely underway. A one-point ball game. The Ottawa Rough Riders looking for their 5th straight win. Sean Daniels, number 34.
Bruce Holmes, who led the league in tackles last year with 127, and watch him right here. He reads the play and will cut back. Here he comes right there. Knifes right through. He reads it all the way on Ryan Hansen.
51 BC.
Make that Sean Daniels, number 34. But Bruce Holmes with tremendous range in there. He's able to search out the running back and make the play. A couple of 34s in this game. Sean Daniels for the Ottawa Rough Riders, and of course Ryan Hansen for the BC Lions.
Rough Riders have a first down as a result of the penalty to Holmes. Allen trying to get away from Stu Hill. And Climby couldn't quite make the catch. Big pressure on Damon Allen.
Well, as each series becomes more critical now, we're into the fourth quarter. The BC Lions have a one-point advantage. Your receivers have to come up with some extra effort for you. That time, Jacques Climby did everything right coming back and helping his quarterback out, but that was a ball he should have caught.
The Ottawa Rough Riders do not have Reggie Barnes in the lineup right now. He's on the sidelines. No catch. Gerald Wilcox was covered by Ken Watson. So on second down, the Riders will have to kick it away now.
Kenny Watson was right there on the hip of Gerald Wilcox, but someone else who's impressed me in the last few games of the BC Lions has been number 21, Andrew Thomas, the middle safety. He also came over and was ready to put the hit on Wilcox. So the BC Lion defense has tightened it up here in the fourth quarter.
The big goal line stand. Norman Jefferson on this third down punt return. Jefferson caught by Patrick Wayne, number 35. So it'll be a Lion first down when we return to the stadium at BC Place. BC leading Ottawa by 1, 21-20. Well, the Lion fans are ready to roar. BC in the lead, 21-20. Doug Flutie has worked a couple of miracles here tonight to get the Lions back in the game after they fell behind 10-0 early.
Ottawa started it off with a field goal from Terry Baker to make it 3-0 in the first quarter. Then the Eddie Brown 70-yard touchdown reception from Damon Allen made it 10-0 still in the first. Now on to the second quarter. Flew to John Volpe from 7 yards out, and it was 10-7. Terry Baker from 24 yards out made it 13-7, but then back roared the Lions. Doug Flutie to Jay Christensen from 5 yards out made it 14-13, and near the end of the first half, Reggie Barnes on a 1-yard rush. It was 20-14 at halftime. In the third quarter, that great reception by Matt Clark from 53 yards out. 21-20 was the score in favor of the Lions, and that's where we are now.
And what doesn't show, Gordon, the scoring summary is the 3 tries that Ottawa had inside the 2-yard line. And the BC defense came up and kept them out of the end zone. Flutie gets pressure and gets away. This time he'll run himself. And he's almost to a first down. Forced out by Charles Gordon.
It's really uncanny how he is able to get away from Greg Stuman. Stuman with good outside leverage. John Volpe trying to block him, but Flutie somehow escapes the sack of Greg Stuman, and instead of going out of bounds, tries to get to that first down marker. Comes up about a yard short.
2nd and 1.
But his quickness, I mean, he is not the fastest guy straight ahead, but his quickness and lateral movement is just astounding.
And did Volpe get the first down? We'll wait and see. Here. Ran into Bryant Robinson, number 98. They'll measure.
Well, it's nice to see John Volpe back in the lineup. He was out, got dinged in the third quarter, but obviously he is functioning well enough to come back into the football game.
Volpe is averaging 7 yards a carry tonight. As you see, the Lions came up just a little bit short. Inches to go on third down.
Pretty gutsy call by Bob Abilovich. He has a 1-point lead, and although it's inches to go, I mean, you're inside your own 30-yard line, and the Ottawa Rough Rider defense could really do a payback number to BC for the times that their defense played tough.
No flag, so Flutie will have the first down. Jeff Jackson mixing it up down there. He's playing his first game at middle linebacker for the Ottawa Rough Riders in relief of Angelo Snipes, who is injured.
John Volpe has returned to the football game, but not before he had to answer a little quiz on the sidelines, like, what is off tackle 67 and what city are you in? He answered both questions correctly, and he's back in the football game.
All right, Gord. Just 2 questions, I guess. First and 10 for the BC Lions. Flutie at his 29-yard line. Looking for Clark. He's got him. Tracy Gravely, number 17, was covering on Matt Clark, but a big gain. 34 yards.
Okay, here's Matt Clark right up here, coming right to the post. Scott Flagel comes up into this area. There's no help for Tracy Gravely, and Doug Flutie leads Matt Clark perfectly. There you see Scott Flagel has vacated the middle area. No help coming from him, and Matt Clark with a perfect post pattern. Doug Flutie with a nice read.
First and 10. The Lions are now at the Ottawa 43. BC leading by a point. It's 21-20. Here's John Volpe. And Volpe has a great run. Forced out by Scott Flagel. 26 yards for Volpe. A great night for the runners.
Really is. Good block by Larry Clarkson, the left guard. He takes John Kropke to the outside. John Volpe with some tremendous speed as he takes it to the outside. 26 yards later, Doug Flutie has put together a nice drive, and John Volpe with some good hard running.
First and 10. The Lions are now at the Ottawa 17. Flutie looks to the corner for Clark. Oh! He just about had it. Tracy Gravely was covering on Matt Clark, and it was close.
Doug Flutie had to release the football just a touch before he wanted to. The pressure was coming from Lee Brandt Robinson up the middle. Here he comes, 98. He's going to get the hit on Flutie, and Flutie kind of had to hang that one up and hope that Clark came open late, which he did. Almost a spectacular catch. Ooh, he'd like to have that one over again. He'd tell you he should have made that one.
Second and 10, the Lions. From the Ottawa 17, penalty marker down. Flutie releases in a hurry. Lorenzo Graham heads to the end zone. Graham is in, but I think the penalty is going against the BC Lions. Procedure call.
Legal procedure. BC number 67. Second down, repeat it.
Larry Clarkson is not going to want to see that play on the films tomorrow.
Well, Larry's had a tough year. He's had some holding penalties early that hurt the club, but now, unfortunately, he left just a fraction early, went back into his pass blocking stance, and that will nullify a very, very nice pass catch and run by Lorenzo Graham. Boy, you have to feel sorry for the guys when that happens. And
must be a lonely, lonely feeling. It is now 2nd and 15.
Well, I guess the only thing you can hope for is that your team can convert now on 2nd and 15 and get you off the hook.
Hansen couldn't make the catch, number 34. Flutie waited till the last possible second, but Ryan Hansen couldn't bring it in. .9:45 to play in the 4th quarter. The Lions lead it by 1. Lou Pasaglia will try his first field goal from 29 yards. First of the night for Lou. And it's now a 4-point advantage. Pasaglia's 24th field goal of the season gives the Lions a little breathing room, but there's a long way to go. It's 24-20 BC.
As week 9 of the CFL season wraps up, Ottawa looking to tie Winnipeg for 2nd spot in the East Division as Toronto retains the lead. In the West, should be a great race from top to bottom. Calgary leads the way. BC's chasing Edmonton, and hot on the Lions' heels are the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and I can't wait to see Calgary and Edmonton hook up again at Commonwealth Stadium on Friday night.
We'll be there for that, Gord. The rematch. Now, can Joe Ferragelli get the offense moving one more time and get the lead back for the Ottawa Roughriders? 9:30 Eastern for the Battle of Alberta on Friday nights. Here it's 24-20 for the BC Lions, leading the Ottawa Roughriders. 1st and 10 Ottawa from the 35 after Lou Pasaglia's field goal. Damon Allen got away from Bayless. Paul Wetmore forced him out.
What you see at the end of that run, Damon Allen tried to inflict a little punishment on Paul Wetmore. I mean, he put the shoulder down and tried to drive up right through him, but how he ever got away from Gerald Bayless, I don't know. Bayless had him dead, and somehow Damon Allen, with a little spin move, got to the outside, and what could have been a horrible play turned into a +5.
For Damon Allen, 7 carries, 38 yards so far. Reggie Barnes is back in the Ottawa backfield. This is 2nd and 5. And Barnes on the screen has a first down, or is very close to a first down. He might be a half a yard short. Well, they're spotting the ball now. First reception for Barnes tonight, but he's carried the ball a lot. 17 times for 118 yards.
Well, sets up a critical call by Joe Ferragelli. They're a good yard short of this first down, and you know what happened earlier on the goal line. BC stuffed them 3 times in a row, so you talk about your turning points. This could be one right here.
Well, the Rough Riders are going for it. 3rd down. And Reggie Barnes gets the call. He should have the first down. No, you're saying it's iffy? And it is a first down, so that gamble worked.
Boy,
it was close.
It was close, but you could just see that Ottawa offensive line. They just really dig down with a little more intensity, and although Bruce Holmes comes in with a good hit there, was enough of an offensive line surge to get Reggie Barnes that 1 yard and keep this most important drive going.
7:42 to play. 4th quarter, Ottawa down by 4 to the BC Lions. Allen, time to throw. And he was off target for Jock Climby. Little pressure again. Allen's been used to that tonight.
interesting just happened on that last third down gamble. The call from the sidelines was quarterback sneak, but Allen didn't run it, nor did they at any time on the goal line. And I'm not sure why he won't run.
2nd and 10 for Allen now. Intercepted. Ken Watson on the return for the Lions. That one got away from Damon Allen, and Ken Watson has the biggest turnover of the game so far. Watson returned it 19 yards, and the Lions will be first down inside the 40.
Sorry, John. Ken Watson made a mistake earlier when he let Eddie Brown get in behind him, but now he redeems himself. A jam on Gerald Wilcox, and now he is in perfect position, right on his hip, and the ball slightly underthrown. He accelerates underneath Gerald Wilcox with the interception. His first interception of the year, and couldn't come at a more critical time.
Second turnover by the Rough Riders. First was on the goal line stand, and they turned it over on downs to the BC Lions. This is Chris Skinner, and Skinner with a head of steam barrels to the 20-yard line. The middle linebacker Jackson made the tackle. 18 yards for the Lions. 6:33 to go. Fourth quarter as this one's slipping away on Joe Farragelli.
Chris Skinner hasn't been used a great deal tonight, but he has a couple of receptions in key situations and has run the football on another occasion, but that time a good catch and run, and BC Lions would love to take advantage of that turnover and try and put this game on ice.
John Volpe breaks through for a few more. He's inside the 15. Jay Christensen was shaken up earlier, but he's coming back in. The gain is 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Volpe, 7 carries, 91 yards so far, so he closes in on a 100-yard game. Skinner lost the ball, and I think the Rough Riders have recovered it. Bonner comes up with the football. So the turnover goes right back to the Ottawa Rough Riders. Robinson coming up with a fumble.
Yeah, Lee Brant Robinson, the ball popped loose in the air. He was right there with the recovery, so what looked like maybe disaster for the Ottawa Rough Riders as BC Lions were driving. Now they have another opportunity, and the ball is knocked loose on the hit by Brian Bonner. Lee Brant Robinson with the recovery, and the Ottawa Rough Riders trailing by 4 have some new life.
Lots more ahead on our game of the week as the Ottawa Rough Riders get a break and get a turnover back from the BC Lions.